Hello, darlings. Last week we talked about how to set and stick with your goals for the year. If you would like to see that video, I will have it linked in the cards above. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some of my personal resolutions, goals, and intentions, as well as reflecting on 2021, what I achieved, what I didn't, and what I'm leaving behind. It's always a nerve-wracking thing to do because it adds a public layer of accountability. However, I believe that it's as okay to fail as it is to succeed. Failure is a part of success. You would not succeed at anything if you didn't fail first. No one's perfect the first time. Failure is an important part of success. So even if I don't achieve everything I tell all of you in this video, that's okay. Because that failure could lead to success in the future. And at least I tried. With all that said, let's get started. Reflecting on 2021. Overall, 2021 felt like an odd year. I wrote at least 200 poems, but started to struggle after NaPoWriMo. If you don't know what NaPoWriMo is, that's National Poetry Writing Month. And a lot of poets will write a poem a day for the entirety of April. And I have been doing that every year for 9 years. It will be 10 years this year, I do believe. I could be wrong. I also got to a place in my work in progress where I started to rethink my whole strategy. I started this YouTube channel last February, then took 3 months before I posted again, and then took a month-long break after Christmas. I noticed that I was struggling with being online. It felt like everyone around me was building a following and I was just stagnating. I lost my drive to post and, even worse, my drive to create. When the holiday season came, I was so swamped with work from my small business that I found it difficult to work on anything else. This all led me to taking a month off of social media, and for the most part, I didn't watch, read, or interact with anyone's posts during that time. I started to ask myself questions like, do I enjoy what I'm posting? Do I feel obligated to post before I'm ready? Am I staying true to myself and my style, or am I bending to what seems popular? Have I gotten lazy with it because I've lost my drive or passion? Or is it possible that I'm too hard on myself? That no matter what my successes are, they're never enough because I weigh them against the successes of others. As you can imagine, these are difficult questions to answer, and I'm not going to answer them all here. Let's just say that taking a month away gave me some clarity and drive. I've found myself more determined to work on my passions and to pave my way to success. It may take a while, but when I get there, it will be worth it. I know some people will hesitate to say when and will say if instead, but I feel like that undercuts yourself. You have to believe you will make it, even when it seems impossible. Otherwise, you will never fully dedicate yourself to your dreams. With all that being said, I did achieve a few of my goals and resolutions from last year, and I'm ready to tackle 2022 and see what I can get done. Okay, now we're going to be looking at my 2022 goals. Now, I'm hoping that OBS will record this, but I'm going to actually be doing that separately because my computer is just really old and I would rather do it at a separate time. But I'm going to be looking at my laptop at my 2022 goals page on Notion, and I'm going to be taking you through some of them, but not all of them. I have them separated into categories. So the categories are anxiety and mental health, writing and poetry, art and photography, health and beauty, music and ukulele, business, personal and other. So I probably won't be showing you the anxiety and mental health for the most part because most of that is private, but I will probably show you one section for that. I'll show you some of the writing and poetry, some of the art and photography, I don't know about the health and beauty. That might also be mostly private things to do with like my life. I don't know. I don't remember everything I have down. Music and ukulele. I'll probably show some of that. I'm not going to show any of the business because that's top secret right now. And we have big lofty goals for the New Year's. Well, I guess technically for several years, but no. But you know, I don't really want to discuss those right now. I don't really feel like it's a good time to dive into that. And I'll show some from personal and other. So before I begin, I should say that I am a huge goal and resolution setter. I don't have any intentions set now, but I probably will set some. I set a lot. And so I know that I'm not going to achieve all of it 100%. So some people will argue against this, like, why set a lot when you could just like set one or two and really work on those? Because I have a lot of interests and I never know what's going to be pulling my interest year to year or what I'll have time to work on. And I'm also pretty good at working on a large number of things throughout the year and achieving multiple goals. So like I could just set one and I would probably get it done, but then I'd be like, oh, I want to set another and I set another. And you could do it one at a time if you want to, but I rather just have everything written down and then I can just pick and choose which things I'm going to focus on first. And if I don't get to the other things, that's fine. I'm not the kind of person to punish myself for not getting everything done. The point is that I have it all written down. I know what's important to me. I know what I want to do. And I have it right here for me to look at and to decide what I'm going to tackle. So in anxiety and mental health, I'm only going to be showing resolutions to continue. But you will notice something here. I have a section with a check mark that says resolutions to continue. Those are resolutions that I have already succeeded on a previous year and want to continue into this year. I have a plus sign that says new resolutions and a plus sign that says new goals. And we're just going to be looking at the resolutions to continue. So, meditate regularly. I'm still aiming for 90% of the year. I feel like that's plenty of the year. Recite mantras regularly. I'm aiming for 90% of the year. That's something I was doing last year that I didn't really realize I was doing, but now I have it as like a new goal to set, like actually actively try to do these mantras for 90% of the year. And the last one is just to practice mindfulness daily. Even if I'm not meditating one day, I could journal or do something else. But I do like to practice mindfulness every day that I can. And on the days I miss, that's okay. It's always okay to miss a day. Now we're going to be looking at my writing and poetry goals. And this one, you'll see that it's a little different than the last one. I have a plus sign symbol that says new resolutions, a teddy bear emoji that says soft goals, and a diamond emoji that says grand goals. I probably will not be showing you my soft or grand goals, but if you're wanting to know what a soft goal and a grand goal is, a soft goal is something that like I want to do, but it's not a high priority for me right now. So if I don't get around to working on it, that's okay. But if I do get around to it, it is there. I can see that it's there, and that's why it's called a soft goal. Another thing a soft goal can be is something that you want to happen and that you want to work towards, but it isn't like the biggest deal. So for example, another example of a soft goal would be like, I want someone to make fan art of my characters for my book. That might be a soft goal. It's like something that also can make you feel soft or mushy. So it can be taken in either way, and I use it for both ways. So soft as in, it doesn't matter if I get around to it, but also soft as in, okay? So that's what a soft goal is. A grand goal is something really big that I'm working towards, but I know is mostly out of my control, or at least 50% out of my control. So like one of my grand goals you know what, I will go through my grand goals, but I won't go through my soft goals. So I will tell you what my grand goals are after we go through my resolutions. So we're facing down a resolution I've had for a few years now, and that's finish my freaking book, my work in progress. My goal is to finish it by my mid-year. And I say my mid-year because I didn't do anything in January and I'm starting my goals in February. So I'm not sure where that leaves mid-year, but wherever that is, that's the goal. And if I can't get that done, then it'll be the end of the year. Another resolution is to submit book to agents. Now you're probably thinking, Ashley, you have to have the book first. You're not wrong, but I'm also working on a poetry collection that I'm hoping to get traditionally published instead, and that I'm also hoping to have done this year. Another resolution is to re-edit existing short stories and submit or self-publish them. I have several short stories that just need some polishing, and I think they could shine. Another one is to compel, edit, and send off my poetry collection to publishers. I was talking about that. Write and send 5 articles to various websites or online magazines. I have been published on websites before and online magazines before. My articles have been, and so I didn't really write any last year, but I am aiming to write at least 5 this year. And my last one is to write at least an hour a day for 80% of the year. I'm really hoping that I can achieve this. It's kind of a big goal for me because I have such time management issues, but I'm really hoping to be organized and like a little bit more strict with my time management so that I can get more done and that I can write more, because that is what I'm trying to do with my life. Now we're going to be looking at my soft goals. I have decided that I will show you that. So it's re-edit and resubmit my children's books. So I've written a few children's stories, and I did send them off to publishers, and they were rejected, but they got positive feedback from several agents who were like, you know, I like the story, it's just not for me, or I like this story, but it's not what I'm looking for to represent right now. And so I want to reevaluate those stories and get back to them, but it's not a priority. My grand goals are to get a literary agent, to get a publication date or publish my book, and to get a publication date or publish my poetry book. Grand goals. So those are things that probably won't happen within the year, but they're what I'm working towards, so I have them down under grand goals. And you know, a lot of these things I have written down in this section might not happen, but I can work really hard towards them, and by having them here and being able to see them, I'm like, yes, this is what I'm working towards, this is what I want to do. Now we're going to go into art and photography. This section has the new goals, soft goals, grand goals, but also new resolutions. So I'm probably not going to get into all of this section. I'm going to look at the resolutions. I want to take more photos with my DSLR camera. It is an old camera, but I want to take more pictures with it. I want to improve my photography skills and techniques. I want to draw more and work more on my drawing skills. I want to paint more and work more on my painting skills. And I want to do more digital art, work on my digital art skills. So I know those are really loose, but as you can see, I have a to-do list under this each section. So I can actually put down how I can do this. Like, what do I need to do to improve my skills? And that's just like a mini task list for the resolution. So after looking at everything else under my art and photography, I've decided not to show the rest of those. So I'm only going to be showing my resolutions for health and beauty. So my new resolutions are to exercise regularly and get fit. So, you know, cardio, strength, yoga. I'm aiming for 90% of the year right now, but I know that's probably a bit too lofty for me and that I should lower it. And for me, getting fit doesn't necessarily mean being muscular or anything, but just to feel a little bit more healthier and to just trim down a little bit. I have this as a resolution, but it could also be a goal. And if I start to do it and I see like it might not all get done, I can adjust it and put it more under like a goal. I also want to improve my skincare routine. It's been something I've been struggling with because I have sensitive combination fair skin. So my skin just is like everything upsets it. You know, everything I use is like, oh, we're gonna have a lot of breakouts, or this is gonna burn, or this is gonna dry out your skin, or you're gonna be red, or something like that. But I definitely want to improve my skincare routine. It's a little bit of a struggle, but I also want to sleep more and develop a schedule, which is something I'm really working hard towards because I think that will help me with time management and goal keeping. And the last thing is drink more tea. So I love tea, but I don't like drink it every day. And I would like to drink it like every day for at least 80% of the year. I think tea has a lot of good health benefits and I just like it. So I want to drink more of it. Now we're going to be looking at the music and ukulele section. So here I have new resolutions, new goals, and grand goals, but I will only be showing you the new resolutions. Yes. I'm doing this because there's like some things that are private or that maybe I don't want to discuss yet or something like that. So that's why I'm just not sharing everything. So under new resolutions for music and ukulele, I would like to learn at least half of all ukulele chords, which may be lofty. I think I only know like 6 now, so I don't know how many there are. Probably things to look up. I want to sing more and practice more singing techniques and just train my voice more. Like, no, I'm not a professional vocalist, but I do really love to sing and I love to play and sing, so I would like to work on that more. And I would like to practice 30 to 60 minutes a day on the ukulele for like 60% of the year. So we'll see if that happens. Last year was a very low year for me learning ukulele. And I do have a lot to do, but I'm hoping that I can get it done. Now we'll be moving to personal and other because we're not going to be looking at anything under business. Now under personal and other, we have four sections. Resolutions to continue, new resolutions, new goals, and grand goals. So we're going to be looking at the resolutions to continue, spend more time outside, and read more books. I am so glad I successfully did that. The reading more books actually came about mostly because I joined a book club last year, and it's a poetry book club. So almost all the books I read last year, I think all of them were from book club, and they were all poetry books. But I want to continue to read more, and I want to read more fiction as well. And spending more time outside is just important to me because I really love nature and I think there is a healing power to spending more time outside. And now we'll be going through my new resolutions for the year. So there's a little bit of these and they're not completely filled out, but you'll get the gist. 1, find a new side hustle. I have like a side job to make extra money and it's going to be ending soon, so I want to find a new one of those. Improve YouTube channel. I want to improve video quality. I want to have at least 100 plus subs by the end of the year. I also want to work on aesthetics. I know this is not a very aesthetic background, so I'm thinking of trying to find another place to film in my house. It's just like a little tricky to do, but I have some Instagram goals down. Right now I just have make more reels, but there's a lot more I want to do there. I just haven't filled it out yet. Manage time better is essential for me to get all of this done, which I probably won't, but to get even half of it done, I need to manage my time better. Try to forgive someone who has wronged you and be more forgiving in general. I'm a Scorpio, so forgiveness is not something that comes super easy to me. I'm sure there's other reasons for that as well, other than just me being a Scorpio. But this is something I put down because I think it's important to remember to be more forgiving for yourself, because I feel like we can hold a lot of hatred and resentment, and I think some people cannot be forgiven depending on what they've done to you. If it's like really bad, you might not be able to fully forgive them, but learning to let go of the anger towards it would also be a good thing to do. So that's why I have that written down. Another one, stop using snooze button and start getting up at the same time every day. I have actually already started working on that, and I'm really getting there, so I'm excited about that. Say yes more. I have anxiety, so my natural reaction to almost everything is no, I don't want to do that. I'm scared. So that is my natural reaction. I'm just trying to say yes more, but like it is a little difficult right now because of the state of the world. I would say like people are doing things more now, but there's also, it's just not quite the same, but that is a goal, but will it happen? I don't know, but it's written down as a resolution. And be nice to yourself and take care of yourself, because I'm hard on myself, extremely hard on myself. So I'm going to try not to be so hard on myself and to be more loving towards myself. So let's hope that works. Well, darlings, that's it for today's video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notifications. Don't forget to tippity tap in the comments below to tell me what you thought of this video and what you would like to see from my channel in the future. I'm always taking video suggestions in the comments, so don't be afraid to suggest something. If you're wondering when my next Poetry 101 video will be, they're going to be spread out a little bit more. I do like doing them and giving people more information about poetry, but they're not the most popular videos on my channel, so I'm just going to be spreading them out a little bit more, but more will be coming. If you made it this far, please pick up your bonus points here. And remember to always rise from your ashes, darlings. Until next time, bye. I'm going hungry, yeah. 'Cause my tumbler's rumbling. If you like this video, boom.